Hey guys, can y'all hear me? Okay. Hey Janine, let me know if you can hear me. I've been having problems. I tried to change the time, but then it made another stream, and I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Yay. Okay. I'm glad y'all can hear me because I can't hear myself for some reason, like through my headphones. Oh, I don't know what's going on. That's okay. Good. I'm glad you can hear me. Let me know if I need a. Oh, it's low, so I could turn it up. Okay. Let's see. How do I do that? Maybe here. Hey, okay, so hey Janine, hey Melon, Tracy, thank you for coming, Suki, and Rajul. I am gonna work on. This is my. Here, let me zoom out a little bit so you can see it. Oh, not zoom out. Zoom out. So I did work on some of the, what is this called? Stitching shelf. I'm so discombobulated. This thing got me sweating over here again. I feel like it was easier last time setting up than this time, so I don't know what's going on with the OBS. Hmm. Let me see something. It's so weird that I can't hear myself through my mic, but okay. But if you can hear me, that's good. I wish I could hear like the volume of it. Let's see. But if y'all can hear me, that's everything looks good. Um, I might be sniffling some because I just got over a cold for in the almost like summertime, which is weird. Um, I'm working this on 25 count, 1/1 uh, DMC, and I don't know what. Maybe I'll work like in this section or whatever, but I'm just doing my cross country until like the symbol or the thread um, runs out. And I'm working from my needleboard. And how are y'all doing? What are y'all working on? This is in my spring hoop, and I'm gonna be, well, see all this fabric here? It's underneath and in my lap. And I'm going to, um, oh, it's my spring hoop, my nerd spring hoop that I love. Janine says, how much of that do you have done? For some reason, I thought you had finished that one. Oh no, I finished Grand Library. This one is a super size max color stitching shelf, and I have completed 3.18%, and that's 22,000 stitches, 695. Melon says she's working on Everheart Mosaic, and Tracy's working on Autumn Fairy by Dimensions. Ooh, do you have that one on Saga, Janine? Suki says, I love my nerd spring hoops. Yes. And it's so easy to just put it in what Yogi uses, the stand, the same stand. I just slide it in and screw, and I'm good to go. Let's see. Let me zoom in for you guys. Where am I? Is that too close? Janine says she's working on European Town stamp kit. I was thinking about busting out my stamp kit, doing um, Suzanne's stream, but I kind of fell asleep. I had my lunch and I was just listening, and I was like, let me go lay down in bed to listen. And I zonked out. I was probably in and out dreaming about stuff she was saying. All right, the first color is 905. I'm going to check on my needleboard. Oh, you can't really see, but it's on styrofoam 905. And I have it. I'll probably need my glasses. I can't see nothing. I wish I could. But it is what it is. I'm nearsighted, but when I hit my 40s, I have to like lower my glasses to see things close up, like my phone and reading. Even my food, I take my glasses off so I can see my food better. Oh. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah. Maybe I heard it from my iPad. Hello? Can you? I can't hear that. Okay. It's so weird. Why couldn't I set it up like how I had it? Janine says, I have everything to make a needleboard, but I think that DMC label chart I printed is too big for the board. Oh yeah, so mine is probably like, I found a printout, and here I'll show you like, oops, not zoom in, zoom out. So it's not, it's really, I should have brought a ruler. But see my hand, like it's not as bigger than it's not bigger than my hand, so I like it. It's small and thin, and it's easy to get the needles in and out. Cause I did have the felt board, or the wool board that Yogi had, and I just felt like it was hard for the needles to go in and out, and it wasn't fun. I'm in my pajamas, my red polka dot pajamas. I'm working on, see if I wear my readers and I can't see everything else. Tracy says, which magnifier do people use? I know Nikki has space goggles. That's funny. Why did it pause? Oh. I'm making sure that I'm live. Okay. I'm gonna start using that space goggles. Janine says, oh yeah, mine is way bigger. Yeah. Because I have two of them, I'm like, I just keep it on my side table to my desk. Everybody's gone in my house. My husband had a meeting, and my girls are at their ballet practice. They have their recital this Saturday for the spring. I'm wearing readers, like cheap readers from the dollar store, but I think I must switch to my space goggles. Yeah, I'll do that. At least with my space goggles, I can see like the computer and the chat and the pattern keeper. I guess I don't need to wear my headphones because I can't hear nothing from it. So I don't know, like, if the volume is like fuzzy or anything. I can't hear it for some reason. And then I had problem like putting the camera on. Okay, if I do it this way, let's see. I'll move it so I can see it better. Where am I at? Okay. Can y'all hear the music in the background? Because I don't even know if that's connected or y'all are just hearing it from the laptop. Melon says I use my naked eye and some -5 glasses. Oh. I don't know what that means, but that's good that you're able to use your naked eye. I think I did that. Janine says, my lighting is terrible tonight. My husband is sleeping in the living room and I don't want to disturb him. I'm too nice to meet. Too nice to him. So with these glasses, I can use them at night too, just with the light shining on my work. And I won't disturb anybody. Yep. Melanie says, no space goggles, just regular glasses. Are you in your 40s, Melon? I feel like for me, everything just kind of diminished when I hit my 40s. Nobody warned me, it just kind of went downhill. Can't see nothing, can't see my food. Well, I had LASIK too, so I had LASIK when I was in my 20s. I really don't know where I'm at. Okay, I didn't mark that one. Melon says I'm 27. Oh, you're so young. Janine says, wait till you're 60 like me, haha. Oh, Janine. You mean there's more? So, it's hard for me to sleep in my own bed, and I think this is like our third mattress. Yeah, I know my husband, he's so annoyed with me with that, but I feel like every time I wake up from that bed, my lower back, like I did a whole workout at night in my sleep. Because I get up like holding my back and slowly getting out of bed and trying to like not throw my back out. So weird. Mama says, sorry y'all, I'm still sniffing a little bit and I want to do that. Melon said to Tracy, have you tried sniffing the fabric to find the holes? Well, that must be some inside joke. Actually, Janine, my mattress is it's supposed to be firm. Cause the first or second one we had was soft. My couch is like way better. I've been sleeping on my couch, but not this last couple of days. I keep going back from sleeping on my bed to sleeping on my couch. My girls are like, why don't you just put the couch in your room? Oh. I want to get... So, okay, we have an adjustable one, but it's kind of stupid. Because it's one, like, king mattress. And if I want to sleep inclined, or if my husband wants to sleep inclined, I can't sleep like that because I'm a side sleeper. And I don't know anyone who could sleep inclined on their side like that. So, like, who is that bed really meant for? One person, maybe? So, hopefully, one day I think I'm going to try to get the split king. I don't know. We had a, like, you know, the 100-day sleep guarantee or something. I think we got it from, like, Mattress Firm. But it was fine, like, the first 100 days. I loved it. Okay, I'm finished with that. How do I end this? Oh, yeah, flip it. Flipping, flipping, flipping. This is my bag for this. I just find it easy to flip. I mean, normally I work on my Lowry, so it's easier to flip, I think, than this stand. But for, like, hopefully, like, it won't bounce or anything. Maybe, like, I move my table, you can see it, like, move. So I did 905. Put that back on my needle board. What's this one? Ninja stitch. Okay. And I have that on my needle board. Just a little bit. Hey, Laura. Raju says I have that problem too. The soft mattress or a hard mattress. Mom says, hey, Laura. Tracy says, T, sniff the holes, but no. For serious, it was so pretty. Hand dyed, but I couldn't see them. Ottlight, but the price tag. Yeah, the Ottlights are expensive. Laura says, hey, Melon. Roger says, I tried everything for my tailbone, but it would not work. Oh, I'm sorry. I could feel you in that. For sure, because my bed is not comfortable. I don't think it's comfortable for my husband either because he complains about his neck or it's like his pillow. I'm glad they have like cheaper price options because like when we were looking before, the only one that I saw at that store was the Tempur-Pedic, and oh my goodness, the price of that was like a car. It's like 15,000. Like no way. But I saw like on, I think it was like Instagram, which now they probably hear me talking about it, so I'm gonna get more ads for mattresses. But there was like I think Nectar is like 3,000. So one day, hopefully soon. That was for 7-1. Mark that off. I think this is a lot of greenery here. I still haven't finished the key. And yeah. I don't really like looking at the picture to see what I'm stitching on because I like to see it like form and then I'll be like, oh, that's what that is or whatever. Did I tell y'all about my cats? I think I told Melon. Let me see if I can grab it without making a mess. So I'm doing making a mess. The cat library panel thing. And I tried to look at the, let's see, I'll focus it. Sorry, being my camera. So, is this cat looking at you or what is this cat doing? Can someone tell me? What is his head like looking at the branch or is it like his face looking at me? I don't know. And so I stitched all of this and I'm like, what? What is he doing? Do you see like any eyes or anything? I think he's supposed to be looking at me, but where's his face at? Has confusion. It's looking at me. This is the super size max colors, the double panel. So the double super size max colors. No, it says I kept telling Nikki that it's looking at the branch. I don't know. It is weird. I know. I think there's another cat, so I'm gonna have to see. Cause yeah, I was trying to look at the mock-up, and I'm like, I think the cat's supposed to be looking at me. Laura says, looks like maybe the brown might be the nose, but I think it's the back of the head. Yeah, I can't tell. I don't know. Okay, enough of that. All right. I am. Janine says, yeah, those Tempur-Pedic beds are so expensive. Um, I wish mine was a little softer, but I'm still paying for it, so I'm stuck for a while. Oh man, it's probably like paying for a car. I bet, but you don't have any back problems, do you? Do you love it? Trace says, wait, what? SSMC times two looks like that. Yeah, I need to look at it again. After I saw it, I'm like, and I try to look at the mock up and I'm like, what is he doing? I needs to know. I needs to know what he's doing. Because if he's looking at me, I'm not happy. I am at 3787 and I have that on my needleboard. Oh, there's a loner stitch here. I guess I'll do that one first. So for the paper challenge, is it delayed because Yogi didn't stream today? Or did y'all already start? Well, I won't say, Laura. Janine said, if it's raining out, I think I left my car windows open. Be right back. Oh no. Yeah, get that taken care of. I hope my mic or anything doesn't sound fuzzy. I'm still like trying to settle down from starting this stream. My video didn't come up on like I had to redo certain settings. I'm like, what's going on? I almost thought about canceling it. I was like, well, let me see what happens, and I had to keep opening and closing the application. Hi, Jackie. Thanks for coming. She says, hi, just listening in tonight, but I'm so glad to see you live, Nikki. Yeah, thanks. I wish I had like a set schedule, but I don't. And now everyone is streaming, so I don't wanna stream one day. Am I doing this right? Yeah, maybe I should put my chair up a little bit. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Sorry, y'all. Okay, that's better. Laura says Malin was making fun of my side sleeper pillow earlier. Us old people need the tools to sleep in. Yeah, I have one of those too. I've been using that one lately, and then I kind of switch. It's kind of weird because my head doesn't fit right into the divot in the middle of the side sleeper pillow. And then, like, in the middle of the night, I find myself, like, sliding off of it. Oh my goodness. No, I did not do this right. Wait. 1, 2. Oh. I gotta reverse it. I was watching Dawn's live, and I'm glad I'm like not the only one sweating, try to get everything like set up. Like, why am I just feels like a hot flash? And I'm like freezing. My fan is on. This doesn't look right. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh no, it is. Okay, and then I need to go down here. Ellen says, LOL, Laura, I remember you said the pillow wasn't that great. And Laura said, yeah, but I can't use a normal pillow. I would wake up in so much pain I would cry. Oh my goodness, yes. I would wake up from one of my pillows and like slowly have to move my head. Because I feel like if I moved it, wait, where am I at? This ain't right. If I moved my head too fast from waking up, I would, it feels like I would just snap my neck. Okay, where am I at? I have to go down here. Here. Mela says, I feel like my sitting position while stitch is causing me back pain. Oh yeah, you gotta fix that. Right now, like my back is straight. And this is not my normal sitting position because I'm usually like sitting back in my chair, but because the way I have the camera set up, what am I saying? My back is straight, but like my neck is kind of leaning over the project. I want to get one of those standing desks, so maybe that will help, like, help streaming wise, me stitching. I do have like a little ottoman underneath, so I can prop my feet up. I think I'll do one more stitch. Oh, that don't look right. I'm missing a stitch here. Okay. I'll mark that. And I am missing this one. Does it bother y'all that I like flip my work over like this? And I'm wondering. Melon says, what's the proper seating position for stitching? I remember putting in, oh, my throat's, I think I like looked it up on ChatGPT and had it, do a picture. Let me see if I can do it again. So you're supposed to be sitting straight up with your feet like knees or legs at 90 position, like 90-degree position. And your face is supposed to, or your neck is supposed to look straight forward, and your work should be in front of your face. If that's what I remember. Position for stitching. And the picture it generated for me was so weird. I want to see if it can do it again. It says sit with your back supported against a chair. Keep both feet flat on the floor on a small foot or on a small footrest. Knees should be about hip level or slightly lower. Avoid hunching your shoulders upward. Head and neck, bring the stitching up to your eyes instead of bending your neck down, which that's what I'm doing. Your head should stay mostly upright with only a slight downward angle. A lap stand or floor stand helps a lot with this. Arms and hands, elbows relaxed close to your body. Wrists in neutral position, not bent sharply upward. And if your shoulders get tired, support your arms with pillows and or chair arms. Um, Trey says, I need a better chair. My bum gets sore. Okay, so I have a bum cushion that I got from Amazon, and it helps a lot. Trey says, no, not at all, Nikki. I like living through you. Your back is so neat. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Janine says, I usually stitch in my recliner with my feet up. I never get pain in my back or neck there. But now in my kitchen, back yells at me a little. So are you stitching in your kitchen or are you working in your kitchen doing like or cooking when your back yells? Janine says there is no way in any stitching position that your neck is not bent down. How do you get the work in front of your face in a vertical position? Yeah, let me see if they have a picture. If I lower my chair down, I can get my lower stand to be kind of where my neck is not going down. And plus with like my space goggles, it has to be like around either I think it's a 12 or 18 inches away. It's taken forever to do it. Come on, chat. It's having problems finding it. Stitching in the kitchen. I have padded chair stools at my island. Oh yeah, you gotta get the bum cushion. I think I showed like my setup or my stitching setup or whatever in the Discord. So there you go. Here. So that's what they generated. Let me see. Can I go to it? There she is. Oh, sorry. And then this is the pour position. Bad. Good. Okay. Tracy says, yeah, that sounds like an unrealistic position to stitch in. Your arms will get sore. Yeah, I have arm rests. So like my elbow will be rested on there. So let's see. I wonder if anything's funny in this picture. a pretty good job. Hmm. What kind of footstool is that? Yeah, I was looking at that. This said, wait, footrest, like that one. Then she has, what is that? What is that? Lamp, lap stand or floor stand? I don't know what that is. That's kind of funny. That's a light, and then that's a lumbar support cushion. Oh, I have that too in my chair. My feet is usually like straight across though, so I don't know if that's good or not. All right, so did I use all that thread up? I have a needle. Okay, let's go back up. Maybe I'll work on some black. I was also when I was like sick, I wasn't really stitching, but I was trying to consolidate all my threads back onto my floss board thing. Floss. What is this called? File folder floss drops. Oh yeah. Okay. And I was able to do that for both my DMC set and my CXC set. So the wooden one is my and these are the Amazon needles that I use. The 28. I can't see nothing because I'm on my thing down. I'll show you the plastic one. Why can't I do this now? I'll show you the one that I did for my CXC. So this one is for my CXC. I got both of them off of Etsy. I think I linked them in Susan's Discord. That one, like the whole set was like 70 on sale, and I think it goes on sale often. And then um, uh, the wooden ones was from Ukraine, and I think that one was like 60. I'm doing 310. Oh, so there sometimes when I go in a stitch, like when it's surrounded, it's fine. It doesn't matter like what hole I come out of, but like for sometimes you might find that your stitch slips, and there's a way that I kind of combat that. Um, so let's say if you do like, okay, like this stitch, I don't know if y'all could see it. I always start my leg either from the top down or bottom up, but from the lower left to the upper right. And then I notice like if the direction of the thread is either going to go up and down or sideways. So if it goes up and down, I make sure that I'm coming in the hole that is going the same direction. And I can pull as hard as I want and it's not going to slip. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So like with I don't know if that works for like heart anger because I don't think I stitched anything with heart anger. I think I bought some before, but I I guess it didn't survive. Um, Melon says, I like to cross my ankles, and I think you're not supposed to do that, but it's comfortable. Hey, Dawn. She says, hello, just got home from daughter hair appointment. Yay. Thanks for coming. I know you weren't going, you said you wasn't going to stream tonight, so I was like, well, let me do it. So I feel better, not sniffling too much. But I was sweating setting up. You missed it. I don't know what happened. It was so smooth. The last time I streamed, with this time I was late and then I couldn't get my camera on. I can't even hear my voice, so I don't know how like the sound, like what you're actually hearing, which I did when I had my headphones set up, and then I don't know. But I guess streaming gives me like hot flashes or something because I was sweating. Trace says, I sit crisscross applesauce on an office chair. Yeah, sometimes I have like my legs like to the side of my chair. Sometimes I cross it on my footrest or ottoman thing. Suki says, how do you store the wooden ones? So I have it in, I was able to find like this cute $9 file folder box, and it was black and gold from Walmart, but I couldn't find it again. Oh, I did something wrong again. That's two. No, I didn't. And then the acrylic ones I found. I think it was like a $30 file acrylic box from Amazon. Also, I watch when I say this. I rarely get knots because when I go down, I kind of hold my thread as it goes down, and I do the same in the back. If that makes sense. When I don't do that, I will get knots. Let me mark this. Did that. I'm working on that one. Oop. I did that one. What is this pattern? Oh, this is Stitching Shelf Supersize Max Colors. I'm in the upper left. Have you started that one? This is my restart. So the first one I did on 25 count, but I did it tent stitch with 2 threads, DMC, and I did extreme cross country with all the black, and I was able to finish like I'm gonna say like it was around, well, and I started other colors too, and I had like about 30,000 stitches, and then I decided after doing the Grand Library that I just want to do full cross with 1 thread because I like 1 thread. And so this is my restart. I'm at 22,000 stitches now, and I did not do extreme cross country, but that piece that I did, my first one, I'm using it for 6 portals. So I like took out all the, well, I'm in the process of taking out all the thread for that. But with 6 portals, I was able to like do like a border, um, to make sure like the whole thing will fit on it, and it does. I haven't worked on 6 portals, I think, this whole month. I think I'm at like 6%, 6 or 7. Can y'all hear the music? Busy Mom says, yes, I don't have much done though. And Janine says, do you like doing extreme cross? I do. I did that for the sweet shop with Yogi. That's on 32 count. I did all the black. Um, I'm doing that kind of with the traveling library, but in this, I'm doing 25 count on the traveling library. Library. My daughter says I can't say it right. For that one, I am doing all black, but I'm doing like half cross, following the pattern. And once I'm finished with all the half crosses of black, I'm gonna go in and fill it, which then I won't need to use the pattern for it. Um, I think that's it. I like to do different techniques, I guess you would call it. Oh, what am I doing? So that's what I'm doing with the traveling library, but I didn't mean to do it here. So let me go back and. I've been working on a lot of my 32 counts this month because I kind of neglected it this year because I was trying to figure out like what to do my remaining thread. So I think I'm like a thread miser, if that's like the correct term. I don't want to just throw away the thread, or I want to like save it. So now the needle parking board is like the greatest thing. And I don't know why I was hesitant. Because I saw yogis and I was like, And then I kept thinking about it and I'm like, that's the best thing since sliced bread. And then I don't really have to, like, normally I'll just use one needle. But because I have all these needles now, like, I'm not tarnishing them as bad. Oh, where am I at? I did that one wrong. Wait. Oh, I filled this one in. Wait. 1, 2. Okay, I need to go do this one. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Okay, fill this one in. Now that looks right. Okay. Janine says, I would get lost doing that, but that's awesome. Love to see people do different methods. Yeah, so far, like, I've noticed I've just been doing like running. I want to use my thread up. So I'll just follow it until I can't anymore. Let me see. And if I can't use the thread up, then I'll park it. What did I work on? I worked on this Disney piece earlier and I tried to do it like Dawn's Way. diagonal block, block, block. Um, with parking, and I'm trying that out, but I notice when I park threads and then I come back to it, I end up stitching in all the park threads. Drinking my Coke Zero, caffeine free. Suki says, that's a good idea, doing all black, half cross, and then going back. Yeah, I think once I'm finished doing that, then I can probably just chill, not worry about looking at the pattern and stitching it. But I don't know if I'm gonna like do extreme cross country all the way for it. 3042. And I don't really do typewriter. I just kind of like, oh, if I want to fill in a space, I'll do it or not. I really like filling in spaces and holes. It's like kind of like a puzzle for me. I'm like, where are you, little block? Where are you? I will find you. Three 3042. This hole is kind of thick. Oh, come down this one. I love the tuck-in. Is it called a tuck-in method? No. Oh, this block is. Come on, get in there. Okay. I don't know why that hole is so thick. Busy Mom says, what kind of stand are you using? Okay, so I'm using my Spring. Oop, dropped something. Spring Nerd Hoop. And then I'm using the same, I think the same stand you have. Like Yogi's. Got it from Amazon. It's easy because you can just slide it in and out like that. But when I stitch normally, I don't use this stand. Only just for filming lately. Oh, what is that? I'm done with that color. I was watching, did y'all catch Chris's new video? He did like a stitch with me with the saga. And I think he started the same one, the same pattern that Suzanne has. 3042, back on my needleboard. Let's see, do this one. This color is 936. I don't have that on the needleboard. Oh, I should tell my husband I'm streaming. I think he's coming back home. Yeah, hold on, let me text him. Or it could be, no, it's one of my daughters. They're at ballet practice. Their recital. They're doing Sleeping Beauty. I'm excited. for them. I think this is like their 4th year going into ballet or doing ballet. And my youngest, she wants to be like a professional. She wants to move to Tucson with her older sister and go to the ballet school. Problems. Nine, 3, 6. Dawn says she hasn't watched it yet. It's nice. I didn't finish it because I was like, well, let me stream. Were you gonna stream tonight, Dawn? I think I'm like an hour behind you. And time does go by fast when you're streaming. Like, I started a little bit later than 5:30. Janine says you are using Pattern Keeper for this chart, right? Do you use Saga too? Chris video on Saga was right. I do have like, I think I have like 2 or 3 charts on Saga. The problem with me with Saga is that, because I do have it on Apple, but I use my Apple iPad for, and I'm an Apple girl, so I use it for YouTube, when I watch YouTube, and then I have a Samsung tablet that has my Android Saga and then the Pattern Keeper. And because I've already started a lot of patterns, and I don't do like block by block, it's all kind of scattered like this, I can't like imagine trying to plug that in. And also I'm lazy, so I just want to stitch. I say that and then I'm like organizing all my threads again, and that took like 2 days to do. Because I had originally, like, I didn't know what to do with my leftover threads, so for each project I printed off the, what do you call that? The symbols key, hole punched it, laminated, and then I was putting my thread there, but that takes a lot of time to do that. And so when I finally made the needleboard parking thing, I don't need it anymore. So I have a needle parking board for my CXC, and then one for one thread, and then my DMC one thread, and then I'm working on another one, but I'm trying to find like better material than the styrofoam. The styrofoam is light, and I like that. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not doing this right. Or I didn't mark something before. Okay, I see. I didn't mark these. I like the Apple Saga version because you kind of highlight the key the same way. The Kindle version or the Android version, the boxes kill me. Because to me, I have to look at it closer to see what it's highlighted, especially like if it's kind of checkerboard with other symbols. Kind of slows me down. But I was able to get some of my dimension charts in Saga, so I would definitely use it for those projects, because their paper charts are horrendous. I don't like colored paper charts. And then like some of the back stitches are like covering the symbols, and I don't like that either. A Busy Mom says no stream tonight for me. It's 8:35. I just got done eating dinner. Oh, good. Okay, but you're having one tomorrow. So who's doing the paper challenge? I thought I was gonna do it, but I still remember way before Pattern Keeper, or I think even before, when did tablets come out or iPads? Um, I was able to find like full coverage charts, not Hades, but there was one company from this cross stitch store that I got. It was called Mystic Stitches, and it was a booklet, like in a spiral. It was spiral bound, and I tried to do it. I don't think I got more than like a block. And then I found Hade and I printed it out during that time, and I couldn't get more than a block, so I feel like that would happen to me again. No doubt. And then I'll have to print the key out. Like, it sounds like Yogi wanted to do it for like several projects. Uh-oh, I think it'll be entertaining to watch her. I'm gonna have to like pop some popcorn. Did I do all of that? Alright, I'm gonna go down here. When I go down, I try not to go down more than a block. If it's within like the next block, I will travel. Especially if there's like no other stitches, because it's gonna get covered anyway. Janine says, I agree. I wish the Android version of highlighting the whole block instead of just outlining them. Yeah, I think they must have did that for an update, because it wasn't always like that. I don't think it was always like that on the Apple one. I think once Google like released the sanction on them, then they can update the Android version, hopefully. I don't know. There must be a way. Like, well, I guess the Russians, they can probably get it themselves. Maybe without going through Google. Where am I at? Sounds like my husband's chopping something up in the kitchen. Did this. Oh, no, I didn't. Did I do that one? Yep. I'll stop it there. Flipping. Hold on. I'm gonna close my door. Excuse me. Can't even hear this anyway. I don't know why. Sorry, y'all. Oop. Is anyone doing the paper challenge? Janine says, not me. Busy Mom says, not me. I think she's gonna get lost. Yeah. I'm here for it, though. I want to see. Laura says, I'm doing a modified version, no hates. Just doing some of my older paper pattern whips that I want to finish. Yeah, I do a lot of paper patterns, too. Like, non-full coverage, but definitely not full coverage. Although some of them are, like my summer Quaker one is like kind of full coverage in the middle. I haven't gotten to that part really yet. What am I doing? Dawn says, or no, Laura says, Dawn, feel like we're gonna hear. Oh, now I can hear my mic. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. What is going on? Okay. I'm glad I can hear now. I'm gonna turn the background music down. I don't know if I did. Okay. Dawn, I feel like we're gonna hear "Where Am I" a lot. I know. I hope she like shows the chart. She's gonna have to, right? Or we won't believe her. Busy Mom says, Laura, I think so too. Hey, Sassy Quilt X Stitches. She says, no paper challenge for me. I have yet to find anyone that would. I was thinking about doing it. Am I frozen? No. Okay. I'm going to put 936 back on. 936 back on this needleboard. All right. Yeah, I don't know anyone that's doing it. Okay, I'm fine. Okay, cool. What's the next symbol? I'll do 3371. All these dark colors. 3371 is not there on my needleboard, so I have to grab it. So you can see like all the ones that I've like placed back onto the needleboard. Not needleboard. What is this thing called? Floss drop? File floss drop? Am I making something up? I don't know the name. The actual name for it. Yes. Oh, why is it doing that? No. Okay. I just put in my little macaroon thing. I think it was like, I think you can like file your sharp needles in that thing. Right here is like some kind of mesh thing, but it's some sewing notion. Oh, I need to put my space goggles back on. Well, I feel like I can actually see. It's so weird. Sometimes I think, am I messing my eyes up more by using the magnification? Because I went to get my eyes checked, and I take my 32 count project to see if I can see it, but I think because it's just probably better lighting. don't know. Janine says, I think only the ones who normally work from paper will do it unless people do non full coverages. Yeah, I think there was, I think Susan Chamberlain works full coverage on paper. But I know recently she got a tablet, so because she couldn't get the pattern on paper or something, some reason. Oh, Melon, if you're still here, did you get your Gecko Rouge? Or are you still waiting for it? With this pattern, I'm kind of tempted just to go like all the way down because I see a lot of people work on this, but why can't I go in? And they normally like finish the shelf out horizontally, but I'm kind of tempted just to work all the way down. But we'll see. My mind changes a lot. Melon says, I did. The floss is so pretty. Oh, yay. How long did it take for you to get it? I'm wondering. That was my, what do they call the special projects that you want? Goal, not goal. What do they call it? Help me out. Like their lifetime goal pattern. I'm blinking. I'm blinking. Unicorn? Yeah, I think so. She ordered it on May 16th. Okay. Wow, that's pretty fast from like to be coming from the UK. Was like the fees like the was the fees included in your purchase or did you have to pay like extra for like customs or taxes or tariffs thing? I don't know. When I was looking at it, it was only like 500. The Shelf Life by Colin Patrick, the same artist as that Yogi's doing her craft cupboard. I don't understand. I'm not gonna get into it. I don't need all the floss. I just want the pattern. Yeah, unicorn. I guess I did get my unicorn with the World Wonders map because that's like my biggest pattern to date. And I think I got it because it was the biggest one. Just crazy. I need to work on it more. Well, I worked on it last time I streamed. She said they charged U.S. tariffs and shipping and handling. Like extra, or was it all part of the purchase? I didn't get anything from the last hate sale. Dawn says, that's me too. I don't need floss. That's why I don't buy kits or dimensions. Yeah. Although dimensions floss is like its own thing. Crunchy floss. Well, not all of them. There's one kit I'm working on. It's not as crunchy as my Maggie one. So they charge it at per person. Okay, that's nice that they did that. I've been scared to buy anything overseas. And even like sell overseas too. Can y'all hear the thread going in and out? Trying to get comfortable. Nope. I'm using my bare eyes. Can't believe it. It's not as sharp as I want it to be, but I should have pulled the trigger for the shelf life one when it was $500. I thought that was a lot though. Where should I go? Maybe I'll go down here. Are you stitching, Dawn? I think I'm gonna move away from these browns. Oh, I need to let them know. Oops, did I already go? Hold on. They usually get Culver's after, well, once a week. After ballet practice, their treat. Because they get the ice cream too. That's probably like our favorite fast food place here. We don't even have a Chick-fil-A. I have to drive an hour and a half away to go Chick-fil-A. Which every time I do go into Tucson, we eat at Chick-fil-A. Dawn is stitching Christmas house to trying to get at least 100 in before I go to bed. Oh, I just saw mine. It's pretty sad how many stitches I have in that one. But okay, so I did finish I was doing the alphabet rotation starting the beginning of the year, and I finally finished all my full coverage in alphabet. That took forever. So I think now I'm going to try to put it on the wheel. Here's my son. There are favorite Culvers. That's your favorite too? Yeah. And Janine says, me too. Chick-fil-A is about an hour away, but I live in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. I feel like I live in the middle of nowhere, but I like it. I don't want to be in a big city. I think we got like 40,000 people. If we had 50,000, we could get a Costco. I heard from Gemma. They recently got a Costco where she lives in Canada. Sassy says, I miss eating Chipotle. Our local one used to be really good. Now not so. Oh, that's sad to hear. The girls love eating there. I don't. I don't know. I do occasionally. When I do, I get like the real spicy stuff. Chicken bowl. What? I need to mark these stitches. Did I do this? Did I do that? And that one, and that one. I'm better at marking stitches for some reason when I'm not streaming. I'm like forgetting to mark where I'm at. And then I'm like, where am I? Dawn says, we don't go to McDonald's anymore if we want. Yep, we took the same. Although we did try, and it's like, oh, I don't know. Our Wendy's fell off many years ago, so I haven't eaten at Wendy's. I haven't eaten at KFC. They just built a Popeyes. I occasionally eat there. Uh, if I remember. Let me mark. Where am I gonna go? Um, so I consider myself a slow stitcher. I don't really try to be fast. At least not on purpose. I think because I do cross country and I finish a thread out, it makes it faster than like, parking or giving yourself like a block limitation. But I'm not try. I don't have any goals in finishing. I want to try. I do. Well, one goal this year is trying to touch all my pieces, but I kind of failed at that with my non-full coverage. I was doing temperature stitch in the beginning of the year, but then I think that only lasted like a month, maybe 2 months. Sorry, hearing my watch go off. Oh, Janine says, "What is Culver's?" Culver's is like a burger joint. They sell like fish, um, shrimp, fried. But their burgers, they call them like butter burgers. I usually get the patty melt. I like their patty melts. The sourdough patty melt. The meat is really good, and their fries. I love their fries too. Oh, and their malt vanilla shake, vanilla malt shake. Someone used to do. I think Sonics used to do malts. So my very first job, I think I was like 15 in South Carolina, was at Baskin Robbins, and I think that's when I fell in love with. Did I do this? Where am I at? Malt shakes. Where am I at? Oh, I already did that. I didn't mark it. Busy Mom says we don't have Costco. We have Sam's. No, we don't have Sam's either. We have Walmart, Target, Marshalls is my favorite store. Um, Ross. We have a Dollar Tree. Oh no, my daughter's calling. Hold on. Like I'm streaming. She's like, my bad. Oh, I guess they went shopping at Target. Did I say we had Target? Trace says I like Firehouse subs. Oh, I had that in Vegas. All the other ones that were missing or whatever is in Tucson. It's like an hour and a half away though. And we have a Costco membership, but I feel like I only go there like 3 times a year. I really don't like going to Tucson, and I definitely don't like going to Phoenix. Phoenix is about 3 hours away. Don says they also have custard ice cream. That's yummy. Yep, the girls get that with their meals. Your daughter loves Marshalls. Yep. I guess the girls went and got some clothes at Target. I could see. So all my daughters that are teens and can drive or whatever, we put them on our credit card so their credit can get better. So they have like their in their name, and the oldest, my middle daughter that lives with us, she helps me out. She goes to community college. She actually graduated with her general, but she's gonna get her fine arts. She really doesn't want to go to college. She wants to start a pottery business, which I'll help her with that. Um, I had a sewing business, so on Etsy for like 10 years. My own website too. Before, but my husband let me retire. Well, he ain't let me, but you know, it was hard because of my like health issues I'm having. So I can't sew as much as I want. Sorry. Let me get this angle right. Oh, I'm definitely not at the proper sitting position. I guess if I do these more, I need to figure that out. We used to have Big Lots. It's gone. Um, but I didn't go there much. We have, I use Walmart pickup line. I mean, pickup line. Delivery. Pickup delivery. No, pick up. No, it's a pickup line. I think I'm going to switch delivery though. I'd rather switch my Costco membership than. Hi, Grace. She says, hey, everyone. What you working on? I'm working on my supersized max color stitching shelf on 25 count. Are you doing, I'm asking everyone if they're going to start the paper challenge with Yogi. I don't think I am. I don't feel like printing off the legend, and I mean, I could print off like one page, but like printing the legend off sounds horrendous. Just searching for like full coverage symbols, I think that'll make me go cross-eyed. Okay, we're finally finished with this thread. Thank you. Tired of this color. I think I have a yeah, I have a cone of that color. All my cones. I have 5 DMC cones and 1 CXE black cone, and they're all like dark. I have the 939. That's the dark blue, navy blue. I have like a gray. I have that one I just finished, the 3371. All boring colors, but it's used so much in like all the projects I have. So these are, oh, stuck. Why are you stuck? Come on. Okay. These are my favorite scissors. They're the Karen, what does it say? Okay, I'm gonna put my space goggles on. I can't see nothing. Karen K. Beasley? So tiny. Anyway, I got them from Amazon. They're like $17-20, but I like it because it's like squishy and soft, and then these are real sharp, and yeah. And then when I put them down like on my table, it doesn't make a lot of noise like the metal ones. Don says we used to have Big Lots, now we get Ollie's Bargain. Oh, cool. So it takes me like 15 minutes to get into the town to like go shopping. We used to live in town before we moved, and everything was like 2 minutes away, but we were kind of on top of people. Oh, I don't know if I want to do that. 310. I don't really have a choice, do I? I can do these ninjas. Okay, 9:30. I think having a needleboard too, like I don't really mind doing ninjas. Ninja stitches. I have the color. Oh. I only have like this much on there. Ollie's took over Big Lots here too. Oh, they just closed ours out. I don't think anything's even in that place. We do have, so we have a mall that we call the Hall. It turned into like some kind of like thrift flea market stores. I don't know. I think they charge a lot of rent. They do have a Dillard's and a Best Buy. It used to be Sears on one end. That's gone. I don't know how the Dillard's is even surviving. I keep forgetting we have one. Um, so they built this other. We only have one high school. Now we have two. Well, we used to have one high school, but we have another one, and it's humongous. Thing is bigger than the public high school here, and it's kind of closer to where I live. And they were last I heard they were thinking about putting Sprouts there, which I'm kind of happy because like when we when we need something fast, like I think there's like a general, what do I call it? Dollar General, like on every corner. And I feel like their prices, you think it's cheap, but it's really not. Some of their items are, but I mean it's convenient because I can, if I need something, we just get milk and it's just right, kind of right there. Okay, I didn't do. That's not where I'm supposed to stitch. Reverse or frog. Is Ollie's like Big Lots? Sassy says I'm about to start a 90 by 254, not full coverage, but on paper. Old stitch along that is as close as I will get to paper challenge. Yeah. I I can't do a hate on paper. No way. But I would love to see people try. Ollie's is like Big Lots but better. Oh nice. Oh, we did have a Joann's, but they closed. We do have a Hobby Lobby. Um, yeah, that's about it. For me, it's all I need. Mostly we just order online, I guess. Amazon. We have a Fry's, Safeway, Walmart, and Food City. I keep forgetting about Food City. They have good produce, like prices for produce too. What what is a stitch along, Sassy? Quilts? Grace says I'll be doing a stamped kit for my paper challenge just for today though. Okay, that's cool. I have like two or three stamp kits, but I don't really consider them part of my whips, oddly enough. I don't know what my true whip count is. I have projects like from 20 years ago that I still haven't finished, or probably over 25 now. Like I did the Teresa Winsler's Celestial Dragon, and all I have to do is like the beading and the back stitch. It's like a like gold line back stitching across the whole thing and beading. Didn't do that. I have a Chatelaine Taj Mahal. What did I do? Mark, mark, mark. I did that one. That's a gray. That I didn't finish. I have a lot of chatelaines. Um, like I used to do them when the designer was the artist was alive, and she would have like I think it was like Yahoo Forums or something where she would release like monthly sections of her mandalas. Like she would have like a mystery mandala, which was cool. But I got all of that in my computer. In the paper charts, um, they're very hard to read. Like I was telling Tracy earlier, the the paper charts for the chatelaines, like they'll have the back stitching, and uh, they use a lot of the Rainbow Gallery Petite Treasure braids. But the way you differentiate, how do I say that? I can't say that word. Um, how you can tell like what each color is on the chart is by the thickness of the line. There's no way. There's no way you can do that. So I know now that you can purchase the PDF. But I'm like, the PDFs are like almost 30 something bucks, I think. It'll be Jordan Privé called Positive Thoughts. Okay, I think I heard of Jordan Privé. I'm not sure about that. Try me look it up real quick. Can I look it up? Trey says you are not old enough to have been stitching that many years, Nikki. Oh, I started stitching when I was in my early 20s. Well, I started stitching before then, but only thing I was able to find before then was just Walmart charts. What am I looking for? Oh. Jordan Privé Positive Thoughts. I'm almost 50 years old. Oh, I have that one. Oh, you can't see it really good. Sorry. Let me see. All Things Wise and Wonderful. I'm going to start that one soon. Let me see. I don't see it. Did I put in the right thing? Positive. Oh no, I just put positive. Positive Thoughts. I don't think I can find it. Did I spell it right? Jordan Privé. Come on, Google. Well, you said it was an old stitch along, but it should still come up on Google. No? So, maybe it's this one. Is it this one? Sorry, it's kind of blurry. Let me see if I can focus. Focus, camera. No. So it says in February I started my first full coverage called Beautiful Woman. I find full coverage to be relaxing just to find my flow. Yep. Oh, that's cool. Beautiful Woman. I love full coverage. Trey says, Nikki, no, I thought you were like 30. No, I'm not. I wish. Sai says it was on a French website. Oh, okay. This looks French. I don't understand any of the words. I have heard of them before, though. Okay. Didn't mark my stitches again. Where am I? I did that and that. Yeah, I have a 1-year-old grandson now. I think my oldest one, she has a boyfriend. I think they're real serious, so. And then my middle daughter that lives here, she has a boyfriend. Like, give me some more grandkids. I need one. I need them not to move away, though. So sad. I was thinking about moving to Ohio, but I just can't. I will freeze to death. I've been here for over, when did I get here? 2004? It's not like over 20 years. Trey says, dang woman, what is your secret? Special sink? No. My face is oily all the time, so I don't know if that like helps, but I got wrinkles. Sassy Quilt says, are you on Facebook, IG? I could send. I do have IG. I do have a Facebook, but I don't go on it anymore. She says you are blessed and highly favored. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Yeah, I'll check my Instagram. Same name. Yeah, put that down. All right, I'm still working in 317. So other time I was streaming, I was able to get, I think, like 450 stitches. But really, because it's only half stitches, I only got like, and this is full stitches. Say I probably just did like 225 stitches. And I think I was on there for like, what, 3 hours? It's kind of hard stitching and talking, or reading and talking. And then you get sidetracked, start looking on your phone. Kids texting you. Oops. Alright, I finished that color. I think that was pretty short, so I can cut it off. Straighten it. I wonder. I'm messing with the camera, so I don't want to make y'all sick. No, I should stop messing with the camera. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. I think when the girls come in, I will get off of here because I think I'm already at 2 hours. I have 196 stitches and it's not bad. If I did this black, I would probably get further along, but it's boring. Do you find it boring to do black? Or to like watch stitchers on YouTube do black? I don't have 3, 3, 4, 6 on my needleboard. 3, 3, 4, 6. I hope Yogi comes on tomorrow. I gotta see this paper challenge. Oh, got it. Les Maruntes Dinet. I can't speak French. It just took me to the website. Oh, okay, I see. It's only in parts, so they don't have it like all. Does it have it all together? Oh no, I see it on the side. Oh, I can't really. Okay, so this is what Sassy Quilts is working on. Jordan Purvey, Way to Happiness. Keep your heart free from hate, your mind from worry, live simply, expect little, give much, scatter sunshine, forget self, think of others. Oh, that's beautiful. I love the house. Sassy says, I have to listen to some good music or a book while stitching. A lot of black. Oh yeah, I was listening to I was gonna start a new book series on Audible, but I haven't. I've just been looking at a lot of streaming lately. Grace says, it will be fun watching Yogi do a paper pattern. Yeah, she has to show the paper pattern. Like, I want to see how she marks the stitches and stitch them. Or I won't believe it. I won't believe it. But someone said before, like, how do we know if she's not using her program onto the side? Grace says, Sassy Quilts, that's so pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. Janine says she's covering a lot at work. Hope she isn't burning herself out. Me too. I guess everyone's like, what, trying to go on vacation? Did like school end over there? We're done with school here. We end early and start early, so they're starting back in August. Am I doing the right one? Oh, there's a piece of thread. I kind of just like brush the. If that doesn't work, then I'll bust out my. What do you call that? Snag nab it. I don't know where the thing is. That's funny. Okay. 1, 2. Need to do this stitch. How many of y'all use a wheel? I think that's what I'm gonna start doing. Maybe I'll do the wheel to figure out what to work on for today. Since now I know how to like take out a one that's already been called. Reading's fundamental. Janine says I use a wheel. I like it. It's just like a surprise as to what I'm stitching next. Yeah. For me, I tried the wheel and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to stitch that. And then I'll keep spinning it. I'm like, well, that kind of defeats the purpose. I might try it back again. I need to make sure all my charts are in there. All my full coverage charts, anyway. I think, yep. I think those are my last stitches. Y'all been on here for 2 hours and I've done 207 stitches on stitching shelf. I did originally have the one with the big circle in there. I think it's a time stitching time or something. It was like beige. But then I saw that it was just like shelf. And I'm like, oh, I'd rather do that one. Janine says, I'm sorry. Where am I at? Sash says, I did Stitch Mania so I can create enough whips to use a wheel. So you started one each day. I felt like I was doing that kind of the beginning of the year. I started like 10. Now I'm at 16. But I have more that I need to start. And now I'm at 17 now with the cats panel. Suki says, I use a wheel for my full coverages. I have one full coverage that is a focus piece also. Yeah, I was kind of doing that. Like I had the alphabet rotation. And then I kind of focused on 6 portals in this one also. Janine says, you don't put projects on it and you don't want to stitch, lol. I know. So I want to stitch all my projects. But I guess like at that time, I don't want to stitch that one. So I will press it again, see what else comes. So I kind of like the temperature stitching. But then I kind of had a workaround for that one too. It was funny because I should have done what like normal people do is they look at the date, the highest temperature for the day before. But this is what I did. I would go either on my phone or my iPad and I'll see like what the ending number is at that time for what the temperature was. And then I look at what the project was and like, oh no. And then I'll look at what the expected temperature high and I'm like, oh okay, I'll do that one. So I like even made choices for myself doing that temperature rotation. But the alphabet one, I've been pretty like I'll show you. I keep like a log. So, I was able to do. I worked on the writer's desk that one, but I was able to do all of that. So, I think my last one was Yeo Kitchen, and then I added Nico Hotel because it was like a new start after I wrote down all mine. And then so now I'm going all the way back to here, sorry. I wrote down all my whips. Non full coverage. Okay, full coverage. So I wrote down like all my, let me see, zoom out. I wrote down all my whips kind of. I didn't put in cat's panel yet, so that'll make it 36 for uh, full coverage. So now I'm going back to, and they're not exactly like, don't look at this and be like, hey, that's not right, because it might not be. Okay, I did my best alphabetizing this. So yeah, I think I'm gonna, I don't know, I'm gonna try the wheel, and if that don't work, then I'm going to go back to the alphabet. I DNF'd quilting room. um so maybe like I'll try the wheel, and then I'll put in like all my new starts that I started already into full coverage. Grace says I use a wheel on my smaller projects and stamp kits. My full coverage, I try to work each one for a week before I change the project. Laura says your handwriting's so nice. Thank you. Pretty handwriting. Yeah. And then I try to keep, so I barely, let me see. That's February, March, April. I barely like stitched anything. This is for May, really. I kind of marked the ones that I did. So I was able to work on all of this for May. And then I'll write down like how many stitches I did. And then I'll start a new one for June. But all right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. I want to thank you all for joining me. Sorry I was a little late, but I appreciate each and every one of you coming to hang out and stitch with me, stitching on your work. And Dawn will be on tomorrow evening. Check hers out. She does block by block diagonal, which is very interesting to watch too. And yeah, catch Suzanne in the morning, and then Yogi. Well, in the morning for me. I know everybody has different time zones, but then like lunchtime is Yogi, and then Dawn in the evening. And I don't think I missed anybody else, but yeah, I'll see y'all around there. Bye, y'all. Thank you all for coming. Have a good night. Bye bye.